It is 2:35 on Monday afternoon. It's a stat holiday today, which is why you're not seeing my regular breakfast. I had a full-on sleep in. I wasn't necessarily going to. I was going to sleep in just a little bit and then go to the gym with some friends, and I didn't. The alarm went off and I couldn't remember why it was going off, and I was just like, I'm cozy in bed and I don't have to get up, so why would I? So I wanted to show you what I've made before I put the top of the bun on and you can't really see it anymore. I've decided to use those brioche buns that I bought in various meals throughout the week so that I don't waste them or freeze them, because like I think I said before, I find that frozen hamburger buns, they always end up just not as good. Like they don't freeze as well as regular bread. I don't know why. So this is the bottom half of one of the buns, and then I have turkey bacon, the very last of my turkey bacon, and it hasn't been on sale in a while, so that's sad. And then a cheese slice, then a fried egg. Hopefully, I think I timed it perfectly when I flipped it that the yolk is still running on the inside. The green splodges on top is a hot sauce from Heirloom. It's like the only thing that I can get any flavor off of. And I have the top of the bun, I just had it in the frying pan so that it was toasting on the inside. So that, where do I put my spatula? There we go. Sorry, this is so jumbled. But yeah, so that is my breakfast sandwich. I think it should be pretty good. I put some dill on the egg when it was cooking. I mean, I add these things, but I can't taste them. But I still like to pretend. And then to put on the side with it, because I think a sandwich always seems a little bit sad on its own, I peeled another one of those blood oranges. It was the one I had last night was actually really good. So maybe it's changing my opinion on the effort of peeling an orange being worth it. Not 100% there yet though. But here we go. So it's kind of my breakfast, lunch, snack, all kind of combined into one, which is good because that bun has a lot of points. It is 7:30 in the evening on Monday, and I'm gonna show you like the first stage of the dinner that I'm making, because I always make bowls. Well, not always, but I tend to make bowls and things that are layered. And so you only ever really see the protein that's on top, because then it covers everything underneath. So you kind of have to take my word for the fact that there's like a ton of vegetables underneath. So underneath the vegetables is a half a cup of plain rice that I cooked tonight. And then on top are all the vegetables that you never get to see. So this is a mixture from 3 different frozen bags of veggies. One of them is grilled vegetables. I wanted to finish up the remainder of the bag. And then one is like a stir fry, kind of a blend of vegetables. And then one was just broccoli, florets. So there's like zucchini, broccoli, green and yellow beans, carrots, red and orange peppers, onions, mushrooms, corn. Although I don't know, I mean, there is corn in the mixture, but I don't think any corn actually came out when I poured from the bag. So there might not be corn in this particular bowl of food. So this is all the vegetables. I'm just finishing heating up the chicken. This particular chicken breast I marinated in a miso gravy. And so that will be getting put on top in just a couple more minutes, I think. And I will show you the completed dish then. Here we go, final dish. So you see how you can't see the vegetables anymore, and you never could see the rice. So I've covered it with the chicken and then just some freeze-dried chives for visual effect, I suppose. So that will be my dinner for today. It is 8:40 on Monday, and I have decided I'm hungry enough to warrant a huge bowl of popcorn. Now, I don't know what's wrong with me that I remembered the popcorn points when scanned as being 6 and was thinking that's great because I had quite a few points left over for the day, actually. And I wanted to make sure I got my blue dot, and you only get it if you eat within a certain point range of your daily points. And I wasn't there yet, but then I scanned it and it was actually 4 points. So 4 points for this huge thing of popcorn, which, I mean, great, but I really did think it was more. So now I'm just a little confused. And of course, a cup of tea. Probably should have gone decaf because it's evening time. And I mean, I know it's not that late really, but I get up for work, depending on if I'm going into the office or not, which we all know right now I'm not. I get up at about like 5:15. So a lot of my coworkers actually right around this time, it's their bedtime. I can't do that. My body doesn't work like that. I'm not tired yet, but I usually don't try to take in too much caffeine after this point in the evening to try to help me wind down. And I wouldn't also normally be snacking this late in the evening, but I'm hungry. So here we go. Popcorn and tea. It is 3:30 in the afternoon on Tuesday and I'm having lunch. I did not skip eating breakfast. I just forgot to take a little video clip of it. It was my normal cup of tea, half a cup of oatmeal, 2 tablespoons of powdered peanut butter, and 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. So you didn't miss anything new visually. I just sort of spaced on recording it. So for dinner, I bought an avocado like my doctor suggested to get more healthy fat in me. And when I squeezed it, it was at the feel of, if I don't use it today, I'm gonna lose the avocado. So that basically decided my entire dinner. I've got one of the brioche buns split open. Both sides have avocado and a fried egg. On this side, I kept the avocado kind of sliced. You can't tell all that much with the egg underneath. And on this side, I kind of smooshed it up roughly just to see which is better. I don't mean taste-wise, that clearly. I'm thinking more for like keeping the egg in place and messy wise. So I guess I'll find out. I'm hoping that the yolks are still like not full on runny, but like really, really soft. And then in a separate bowl, just because my plate's too tiny, is I have a serving of vegetables. So it's from a stir fry bag of frozen vegetables. So there's water chestnuts, carrots, broccoli, green beans, or snap peas, I think. I think actually both green beans and snap peas. And then I added extra broccoli because, you know, the iron. And when I cook the vegetables, because I want to absorb as much of the iron as possible, and you're supposed to have something citrusy with it at the same time of consumption. So I actually put some lemon juice in the pan when I'm cooking up the vegetables. You can't taste it, and I'm hoping it doesn't like cook off to the point that it doesn't actually help with absorbing the iron. I don't know, I should probably Google that, but that's what I do. So this is my dinner. It is 6:40 on Tuesday evening, and I thought I would get myself a snack. I'm trying to make sure that I go through the oranges relatively quickly so I don't lose any of them to mold or anything like that. I have a really bad habit of that with fruit. So I have a blood orange that's peeled and a kiwi because I bought 2. And I figured I should, eat one. I don't know how to tell from squeezing a kiwi if it's ready or not, so I just kind of picked one and hoped for the best. I don't think I cut it right though, although I don't know if there's really like a wrong way to cut fruit as long as it's edible, but yeah, I don't think I cut it right. But either way, it's edible, so that's what matters. So I have my orange and my kiwi and a cup of tea that I need to take the tea bag out of, and yeah, my evening snack. So it is 3:15 on Wednesday, and this is the first thing that I'm going to be eating. This was not how my Wednesday was supposed to go, but I don't feel well. I'm not sick. It's not my concussion. That was the door alarm from upstairs. Sorry, it's killing my headache. I just had really bad cramps. I'm a girl. It happens. Luckily, it happened on a day I don't work and I don't have anywhere I have to go, so I can just be at home and die a little bit in peace, except for the door alarm going off. So I am trying to eat something to sort of kickstart hunger so that I can have dinner. So I've made 2 pieces of toast with some marge on them and a cup of tea. This is my second cup of tea for the day, and I also had a juice box sized thing of apple juice because when I don't feel well in any capacity, I like apple juice, and the Compliments brand version of an extra strength Advil in the hopes it can sort of calm everything down. So yeah, this is what I am having. I'm not particularly hungry, so I don't actually really want it. It's simple, it's easy on the stomach, it takes almost no effort to make toast, and yeah, that's my whole reasoning behind it. The hope being, of course, that I will feel well enough to actually make something proper for dinner. It is 7:14 in the evening on Wednesday. Pain medication is a wondrous thing. I decided to have something to eat. I'm not particularly hungry. It's just I should have something more than 2 pieces of toast for the day. So I have measured out 1 cup of Campbell's tomato soup that I made just by mixing in water, no milk. So it's a little bit runnier than what I like, but I'm willing to do that to save the points. And then part of a salad kit. So when I made the burger, however many days ago, I opened up one of the salad kits to pilfer some salad for the burger and decided like I really needed to eat it because it was open and I was worried about the integrity of the greens. So from what was remaining in the bag, I used about half of the greens and then some of the toppings. I don't have the name of this salad kit right now because the bag is all scrunched up to keep air out of it and is in the fridge with the remaining items. So when I finish it off at some point this week, I will let you know. But there are like some roasted chickpeas in there, and the dressing is a vinaigrette, so not too bad in points. But yeah, so soup and salad seems like a nice, easy dinner to have for today. Hey guys, it's like 10 something in the evening on Wednesday, and I'm going to eat this Fiber One granola bar. I'm like a little nibbly, but I'm eating it more so because I have like 8 points left for the day, and that's too many points left over for the day. And I like the granola bar. I like how a lot of my logic behind what I pick to eat is because I like it or I'm hungry, and that's really the only logic that I go by. So yeah, this, if I remember correctly, is 5 points, so that'll leave me with 3, which, I mean, I try to only leave 2 left over. So I might find something else to snack on later, but I have some other things I have to do in the evening first, so maybe I will, maybe I won't. We will find out together. It is 8:30 on Thursday morning, and I'm just about to have breakfast. A cup of tea with a splash of milk, half a cup of oats with 2 tablespoons of powdered peanut butter, and 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Think about that for a second. And roughly half a banana, because my banana died, like brutal bruising death. And the peel gave me no hint of this, so I feel very lied to by my banana peel right now. It seemed like it should be fine. I opened it up, a good half of the banana. It's not like it was like a little bit bruised, you could cut around it. I mean, structural integrity was gone on this thing. It was pure mush and grossness, and I'm sorry, but I cannot eat a bruised banana like that. They just, ugh. And that was actually the better of the 2, because I bought 2 for this week, and I peeled the other one first. The entire thing was gone. You couldn't tell from the peel. From the peel, it looked like it should be sort of at like the perfect banana level, but inside, the entire thing from top to bottom was just smushed. Well, not smushed, that implies it was like mashed, but like pure bruising and softness and grossness. Like there was not one part of that banana that was usable, which sad. But yeah, so I've got half a banana. That's all I could salvage with my oatmeal, and I mean, it'll do. It's fine. I'm happy with any level of banana. It's one of my favorite fruits, but just a little bit sad at the loss of the 1.5 that I had purchased. It's almost 4 o'clock on Thursday, and this is dinner. I thought I'd show it to you before I put it all in the bowl, and it becomes even more of like a mushed up mess that you can't differentiate any individual item from. So I've got chicken marinated in a sweet Thai chili sauce, and then a stir-fry veggie mix with some additional broccoli tossed in, and a block of frozen spinach. I forgot I had it in the fridge, and since I couldn't get fresh spinach this week, I tossed that in because spinach has iron, broccoli has iron. I'm going for the iron here. So all the veggies are frozen and are mixed in there, but that's why there's so many like little flecks of green, because that's the spinach block after it disintegrated. And then I have half a cup of rice, which weirdly enough froze even though it was in my fridge. I mean, it was at the back of my fridge, but it was still just my fridge. So I had to carve some of that out. It's a little bit approximated for the measurement, I suppose you could say, because it was frozen, but I did my best, and I have now moved it to closer to the front of the fridge. So yeah, half a cup of rice-ish, the chicken in a marinade, and the veggies. I didn't add any seasonings because I figured the marinated chicken would take care of that. I'll take a bite once I have it in the bowl and see if it needs anything else, but if I don't come back with an updated shot, it did not. It is 7:45 at night, and I'm having a snack, 2 pieces of toast, 1 light Baby Bell cheese. I'm really eating that just because it's the last one that I have in the fridge and I want to clear it out, and I have the points to do it today, so why not? And then a granola bar. I was gonna do one of the brownies, the Fiber One brownies that I purchased, you know, the ridiculously high in point brownies for a very, very small portion, but I'm actually hungry. Like actively hungry right now, so I decided to go for the granola bar because same amount of points but more filling than the brownie. And I have a cup of tea. It's almost 9 a.m. on Friday, and I'm getting my breakfast ready. I have a cup of tea with a splash of milk, half a cup of oats with 2 tablespoons of powdered peanut butter and 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. And I have a whole lump of, oh, it's sort of dissolved. I had a whole big lump of the powdered peanut butter stuck to my spoon. So I'm hoping if I just kind of move it around a little bit, it'll eventually dislodge itself. And yeah, today is, I need a lot of caffeine for today, hence the really big Eeyore mug. I stayed up stupid late reading and completely lost track of time and thought it was like maybe 11:30 at night and I should really get up and go have a shower and go to bed, and it was 12:30. And yeah, so me running super late and now being a heavily caffeinated human for the day. Oh, and let's just turn that around so you can get the cuteness. I know you've already seen it, but I still think it's adorable. It is 7:15 in the evening on Friday and I am finally having dinner. I think I ate my breakfast around 8:30, maybe 9 o'clock in the morning. I can't quite remember right now. So, you know, a smidgen of a gap there in between meals. It wasn't intended. I had hoped to have a snack in between work and physio, and I just got so busy with work, I didn't realize how late it was and there wasn't time. And when I came home, I didn't make dinner right away because I had other things to do and blah, 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 blah. Nobody really cares. So I know I said I was only going to do the burger with the bun one time, but I had 4 buns in that package and I found other uses for 2 of them, and I decided I might as well use the last one, make a burger, just enjoy it one more time, remember the things I forgot the first time, and don't buy more buns. So there, yeah, this is my plan. I'm moving my phone all over, sorry. So first is a side of veggies. I had another one of those blocks of frozen spinach that I mixed up in there with it when they were cooking, which is why everything has like little flecks of green on it. But you can't tell when you're eating it. It just kind of doesn't look the most appealing. I sprinkled in there when I was cooking them some chili flakes. So hopefully there's like a little bit of something to these veggies and not just plain. The burger, you can't see all the layers. So underneath there's, what is it, mustard and green relish, and then I still didn't buy lettuce, so it's just like the mixed lettuce from one of my salad kits. So I think there's going to be like cabbage and kale and actual lettuce and I don't even know what else, greenery, and then some random little vegetables that kind of came with when I plucked out the mix from the bag. It's all good, it all blends. And then there's the actual Angus beef patty itself. That little green blob right there is nothing to be concerned about. It's some spinach that the spatula transferred over. And then I have some melted cheese. That is fried onion, even though it doesn't really look it on camera. And I didn't have big tomatoes, so I just took some baby tomatoes and cut them in half, and I'm trying that. I don't know if it'll work or if it's actually just gonna be a mess, but we shall see. And the top half of the bun has Calorie Wise Miracle Whip and some ketchup that I kind of squirted on the bun and then mixed together all in one go. Yeah, so this is my dinner and I'm very excited for it, and I'm not sure if it's because I think it's going to be really good or just because I'm that hungry. But either way, very excited. It's 2:25 in the afternoon on Sunday, and I'm about to have, excuse me, I'm about to have 2 pieces of toast. They're both like the end pieces, so a little bit smaller than the normal ones, and a lovely cup of tea with a splash of milk in it. I'm really only eating so late because I slept in, and I'm still full from the sushi that I ate yesterday. Like, that was a lot of food, and I mean, I was surprised I didn't at some point in the evening at least like need a snack or something, but nope. And I mean, I still feel good now. Like, I don't really need the toast. It's just more a matter of like, dude, you should eat something. So I'm eating something. And maybe by eating the toast, that'll kickstart my hunger, because that happens sometimes. So we shall see. Maybe in half an hour, I'll be back here filming something else that I'm eating. But yeah, for now, this is how we're starting. It's 6:30 in the evening and I'm about to sit down to have dinner. I'm not actually all that hungry, but I mean, it's 6:30 and all I've had so far today is toast. So I thought I better get a move on with making something to eat. I have 1 cup of tomato soup. It's leftover from the soup that I made earlier in the week. And I just thought I'd put it into a mug instead of in a bowl, because sometimes I kind of like to drink my soup versus spooning it up. I don't know why. Does anybody else do that? Or is that just like a weird thing I do? Then I have a sliced up blood orange, 6 cherry tomatoes, or I call them baby tomatoes, however you want to call them, but 6 of them that I pan fried alongside the egg, which is why they look a bit mushed. And then 2 eggs that I scrambled with some dill and I put some cheese on top of. So this will be my dinner. I still have points left for the day. I can't remember how many, but enough that I'm probably going to end up having some kind of like a processed type snack later to use up some of those points. But for now, this is what I'm having. And yeah, it's a really simple food day today. I kind of thought I'd be doing something a bit more complex since it's a day off and I have more time, but I just really wasn't in the mood. And I think, you know, just follow the mood your body is in for what it wants to eat. And today, this is kind of it. It is 8:40 in the evening and I say, bring on the processed sugar for a snack. So I have a cup of tea brewing. I'll put some milk in a little bit. I'm gonna try one of the lemon flavored squares, bars, I'm not really sure what to call it, that I bought from Fiber One. It was when I bought the brownie ones. Now the brownies are 5 points for one tiny little square, but the lemon are only 3. I've never had them before, so I have no idea if I'm gonna like them or not, but at least they're 2 points less than the brownie, so I don't anticipate them being quite as disappointing as the brownie was, just based on the fact that they're a more decent point per sized food item. And then I have opened up my package of party rings. I'm very excited. I put off opening party rings every time I get gifted them. They come from England. You can't buy them in Canada. And even when I'm not doing Weight Watchers, I put off opening them because once they're open, you have to kind of eat them before they go stale, and then I don't have any more party rings in the cupboard. And I'm weird like that. So this is the packaging. I opened it so you can see what they look like. They are a child's cookie in England. They're like a really simple, thin, just like a little biscuit with some icing on top, and there'll be different colored icing like throughout. Like I think, let's open that a little bit. Like you see that one's white. There'll be pink. You can tell from the packaging. There'll be purple, yellow, and they have like, theoretically, they have sort of like decoration on them. You can see they kind of dropped the ball with the decoration a little bit, but that is okay. So I scanned them in the app and it came up as 1 point per serving. And I think what they're trying to say is 1 cookie equals 1 point. So I'm going to eat 4 because they come 4 to a stack. And in my head, that just makes sense. And also, I mean, like, they're so tiny that most cookies I would say like 2 max as a serving, but seriously, they're so tiny. And I have like 8 points left. So I'm gonna have 4 of the party rings and 1 of the 3-point lemon square thing. And that'll leave me with 1 point for the day, which I probably will not attempt to eat because I don't think I'm really gonna be wanting to eat anything else after this. I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll see, but I think this is gonna be rounding off the Sunday for me.